Alright, so I'm streaming. Alright, so I'm streaming What Remains of Edith Finch. This was the free game for PlayStation this month, but also a game I really wanted to play for a while. So I'm glad that it went online for free. The game is about 2 hours long. It's a complete narrative story, so I'm just gonna play through the whole thing on this stream and go for the journey. So first of all, let's figure out what we're doing here. Press X. Oh, okay. Uh, I'm confused. What do I do? Let's just try a new game. Maybe it explained what I was supposed to do, but I missed it while I was starting up the stream. Okay. Alright, so she got the flowers in the book. Oh, alright, R1.
A lot of
And
this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Alright, I'm just gonna make sure that this audio is alright. Give me 1 second. Flowers in the book. Oh, alright, R1. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing just to tune this down a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Let's play. That treehouse is like the cover of the game back there, so...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
There must be a lot of rooms in there. Half the rooms. Alright, R1 is like the X of this.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Can I open it? No, suppose not.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Just knock into that. That was a cool little animation right there.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Do I go down this way or the other way? Oh, whoops. I'm just gonna... This way looks like a main path, so I'm gonna go down this way. I don't really know if there's like secrets to uncover or anything in this, so I guess we'll find out. Oh.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
A little animation right there. Alright, I'm sorry, I was just making sure that this audio is okay. Ooh, look, a deer. Or a stag. Stags are one of my favorite animals. A lot of the art that I do has stags in it.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Wolves and stags, my two favorite animals. Ooh, let's shoot some hoops or basketball around. I'm god awful at basketball, but in video games I'm not too bad. Living out my realist
The
life
house
through
was
games.
exactly like I remembered it.
That's
the
cool.
way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Maybe it's haunted. Ooh, missing poster. Milton Finch. October 23rd, 2003. Oh, wow. Alright, so something's up here. Chair's just glued into the ground.
Now,
Couldn't move it.
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I'm a little unsettled already. I wonder why R1.
I hoped
That's
the
like
key might
weird.
unlock the front door. It didn't.
Reach under there, unlock that. Oh, wait. My bad. You have to, like, lift up the...
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
You have to, like, press R1 and then, like, push the analog sticks to move it around. Like, interact. Wish I could move just a little faster. Apparently this game is just incredible. It's always on, like, the top lists of, like, indie games on the PlayStation Store. So... What about through there? Nice.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh, here.
The night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
It's pretty house on the inside. It's very rustic
Nothing in
looking.
the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Ooh, look, a Finch. Edith Finch. Okay, so someone must have been older, maybe handicapped, maybe her mother. Maybe that's what she's talking about. It's the reason why they left. I'm trying to put these things together. Ooh,
A lot of things
packing
got left
peanuts.
behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
It's good exposition. I'm genuinely curious of what's happening. I'm already invested. Do I search around here? I feel like I should just go upstairs. I want to explore. I want to see what else is here.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Yeah,
It was
alright.
like a
Wheelchair
bomb
and
had
oxygen
gone off,
tank.
killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay, so it's the grandmother. And she's Edith. All these bugs and scorpions. Ooh. Skeevy. Wonder what's behind that door. I'm sure we'll find out later. Alright, up the stairs we go.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ooh, that's strange. A little creepy. Can we go in
I
here?
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I think this game, for being as short as it is perfect
Louis
for a
told me
free
there were
game.
secret passages, but I never believed him.
I'm sure. Just look at the way this house was built. Looks like a Lego collection. Okay, I think this is like the first.
Turns out, my mom was
Mini
really
game.
good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh, so I was supposed to go this way, I guess.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
This is a cool crawl
Reading
space.
this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Is that her room?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yeah, why is she coming back here?
I grew up looking at Molly's room. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Bro, she kept the gerbil in a drawer with no air holes?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I don't know how I feel about that. Man, starfish, broken off. This girl's kind of crazy.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
So now we're playing as Molly.
The food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
It's got, ew, she ate that carrot right next to all the poop. Ugh. It's kind of nasty.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Is there someone else in her bed? Looks like it.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, don't eat the toothpaste. No, no.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I can't imagine that's real. Nope, definitely not. Wow, look at that outside though.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
She's gonna eat the bird.
I reached out for her.
Good. I'm glad she didn't. Oh no, don't climb on the tree.
And suddenly...
Oh, hold on, what? She's a cat? Oh, she's dreaming. Oh, this is cool.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I like this a lot. So I'm playing as a cat and I'm like parkouring. But it's just like it was super simple parkour.
Didn't even look at me.
Oh, and then like L2 is like sneak down. Oh, whoa. Or leap? Okay. Where'd this bird go now? Oh, up there. It's like the pounce. L2 is the pounce.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Man, look at this setup. These
Now
kids
I
are...
was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Man, what's she so hungry for? Wait, I can't get up.
I gobbled her up.
Oh no.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Oh, there's something. How did I miss that? Was I not supposed to get it? Alright, go for that one. Devastating.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
This girl's vicious.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Okay. This is cool, though. I like this.
A mama rabbit.
Alright, let's just go for that one. Ah, dog, come on. Did I lose it now? I guarantee this section's probably supposed to take like 2 seconds, but I'm just that bad. I hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Ooh.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
A shark just ragdolling down the side of a cliff. That's sad. What the heck? Oh. Alright, so I like flip around, like bounce around with this. Oh, this is kind of sad. He's just...
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
Okay.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
What's she so hungry for? I don't get it. It's kind of creepy. Oh no, that's a kid. No, it's a fish. Jeez, why did I think it was a kid?
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
I don't understand how I missed that.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Jeez.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
The shark part was
When
easier.
I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
She's a snake? An eel? Ooh, whoa. That's cool.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, that's the letters. That's so neat. I like this part's really cool.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Whoa. Oh, that's neat that you can wrap under yourself. It's Christmas
I
time,
wanted
it sounds
to
like.
stop, but also I didn't.
This part is so cool. The rest of it was like neat, but I'll get up there. No, I can't climb up.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water and smell something new. Something I towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I wonder what kind of monster this is. Oh, now you can go up. It's like an octopus? Oh. Where am I going?
I got closer and closer.
Oh, is this her room?
All of my stomach started growling.
Ooh.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, so she like
Waiting for me to fall
astral
asleep.
projected. Ooh, that's
But it's
creepy.
not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
This girl is super creepy. So she was just like astral projecting and like going around all these things. So that's who was in the bed. It was her the whole time. Interesting. Okay, that was a cool segment.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I hear that cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
So this is Edith Finch.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Is Molly the mother? Is that what I was getting from that?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. So I guess this house has been kind of
Louis
like
died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Dude, I'm so confused about
When
this
Edie
family.
told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my god, look at this shag carpet in the bathroom. Holy smokes. That can't be good for it. Like, the shower right here. Oh, okay, this one. Just having like the shower right here and then getting out and like feet are all wet on this carpet.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Whoa. Looks like a photo black room. Yeah, I see the film up there.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, it's kind of like me. I take pictures, my name's Sam. It's pretty cool. Relatable. This is a pretty cool room.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
So everyone's lived in this house. Like, how many family members were there? What does it say? 2 command center. Just imagine having a bridge and like a fort in your own room. That's epic.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Man, he had a shrine.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Got a broken foot. He's definitely not doing this right. Just checking the stream again. Alright. Alright, there we go. Now I'm getting the flow of things. Why isn't he using his other foot?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Well, that was sad. Sorry, man. I don't really like mushrooms either. Not my favorite food. Oh, yeah. You're supposed to push with 2 feet. So both
At
analog
Martha's
sticks
funeral,
are.
We swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
I don't think you were supposed to know that.
Calvin always wanted to fly.
Alright, so we're playing as Calvin right now. Now that I'm using 2 feet, it's so much different.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh, he's gonna kick him.
I told him
Oh,
going
never
around
mind.
was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Uh-oh.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
He's gonna flip around the tree. That was always a dream
That's
as a
what I
kid.
want to remember about my brother.
Doing a full flip on the swing set, man, you'd be a legend. But obviously, don't do it. Oh! Oh, he did it! Uh-oh. No, the tree's gonna break.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh, wow. It's a tragic family.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, everyone did.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So they just kind of keep everything as is when this family ultimately hits a tragic point, which seems to be a common theme. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Dude, how do they figure out all these secrets? This is crazy.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I'll go straight.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never
Street.
thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Man, everyone's got a shrine in this house.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
It's creepy.
Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
That's
As
spooky.
a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Jeez.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding.
Oh, so we missed
Finally,
that.
the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Now I gotta go back and do that.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, this does it for me? There we go.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I like these comic shaders. Pretty cool. Reminds me of the Spider-Man suit. Bro, they're straight up playing, what is this, The Ring? This reminds me of 8th grade chainmail.
And imagine the worst.
No, wait, this is Jason? Friday the 13th? I don't remember. Whoa. Just smacking everything. Hit the lights.
The gang's leader
Yeah,
is
this
the
is epic.
infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Alien, this is, whoa, this is mad creepy. Dang, the punching bag. Give it a 1-2. Or a 3-4.
Oh, it rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
I didn't want to do it, I knew it was the boyfriend.
Barb, relax.
All dumb idiot, shouldn't have done
I'm
that.
just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well,
I shouldn't even
not
scream.
Scared, Rick. I'm
It's
furious.
too tough for you.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Walter? What's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
It's cool playing through the comic book. I don't know how this game could be classified. Is this a horror? Is this like a thriller? 'Cause so far, all the elements are pretty, like, just oddly gruesome. Oh. Careful, don't fall on that skate, like in the classic cartoons.
Walter, are you there?
This is the room I was in. Should I be swinging this? Oh, okay. Oh no.
But his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh, the hook hand.
Returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
No scream. She didn't scream, she didn't get her scream. I bet you was the boyfriend.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Okay.
She played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Nice. Oh, the skate. See, I knew it. Everything happens for a reason.
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Now don't fall on that skate yourself, Barbara. Ooh, look at that chair. That's very 70s.
The hookman had vanished.
Oh, what?
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Do I open it? Oh, it's just a library ladder. I can't go up there.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
I don't think that crutch is gonna save you. Dude, what?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
She's gonna scream. Yeah. Dude, what the hell?
Myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ew. That's nasty.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay, the whole thing is pretty spooky. I'll give him that.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I don't quite know about happy, but that was cool. It was strange. Interesting storyline. Okay, I think you have to go back that way.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
That's creepy. Man, this house is claustrophobic. With all these passageways, I would not fare well.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
She seemed to be the movie star.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, that's the peepholes she was talking about. They built in every door. That's why that other one's like that.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
They did a lot.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
What's funny is that it seems like they left in a pinch, but they did quite a lot to, pack up, close up shop. There it is. I wonder if you tried it before, if it allowed you to do it, because I didn't really turn it that much. Okay. I think I just go this way.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah, tetanus
I
shots
saw
kind of
Edie
hurt.
sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
But it was a body.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
I thought she was in a wheelchair. How'd she get down here?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
But he was underground in this
If there's
fallout
a pattern
shelter.
in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Another shrine.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Is the whole house shaking?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I really like the way that text is on there. This man just eats canned peaches every day at 12.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
Rumble. Oh.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. well, I still can.
So you're like partially led to each next section, but you're also kind of left up to determine where you want to go and what you want to do. Seemingly.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara.
So a monster really did kill them?
And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Yeah, not camp beaches every day.
Have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one meal a day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh! Oh, the train rumbling was... Okay, that one was my favorite so far. That was cool.
Walter
I don't know,
died
it was
when
simple.
I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So he obviously couldn't move away too far. Moved far enough.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Is that just painting? Yeah. That's really sad, though. So this goes to the train station, or the railroad. I think I like that one story-wise the best. Mechanics-wise so far, I think I've
was
liked
afraid I'd end up like Walter.
The comic book one.
But if she never told me
Barbara's.
about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like I like the owl part of
make
it
the same
a lot
mistakes she
too.
made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
She didn't bring a flashlight.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Or maybe a
I thought
lot.
it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
He's got 2 shrines. That's really sad. Alright, so they all think that they're cursed because when they discussed in the beginning, and that's the cause of all these family deaths. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Watch your jet, bro.
And the history you're a part of.
Watch your boat, bro. Watch your boat. Oh, I'm not supposed to go that way. Just a totem pole. Yeah.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah, look, Andrew.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I wish I could walk a little faster.
Had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Put a laugh face in the chat if you're watching your jet. Oh, wrong way. Wait, where am I going? Oh, that way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Alright, that's really, like, creepy.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr. And then those are all like real people names. Shadow, that's a cool one. Bob. Shotzi. Bailey's got the biggest grave. They had a frog too. No name though.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
What does that say?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Wait, so am I missing? Is Edie her mother?
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Story's getting good now.
There's so
It's
many
really
things
tragic.
I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Bro, what? What's 22 weeks? Is that? It's like 5 months? How's she like moving around like this? She doesn't really even look pregnant. I mean, I guess a little bit. It's probably not good. Oh, there's a ladder over there.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Another shrine. Dang, what a cool dude. Oh, what the heck.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear.
Hey!
That's
Language.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Watch your jet.
I'm just
And
saying,
your
I'm
language.
not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
What, taking
You know
pictures?
who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious.
This one's hard to focus on.
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Edith
I bet
Jr.'s
if I could
dad is
remember
the
where that
father
trail
of the
was, we'd
kid.
spot a buck for you in no time.
Edith
Give me
Jr.
a minute to check the map.
Yeah, alright, Andrew. I don't know what you mean. Dude, what am I supposed to take pictures of? I just took pictures of everything.
Let's see.
That was a crappy picture.
Maybe. Was it?
Oh, now I can move more.
Could have been.
Oops. That was bad. Out of focus. What was he trying to figure out? I lost focus taking these pictures.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Oh, nice. It's the Finch from before. How many pictures am I supposed to get? Oh, dear.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
I mean, if you're living off the forest, yeah, but it doesn't seem like you guys really have to.
Squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
Ooh.
Great shot, Don.
Photography is the art of war.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always
Wait, that's
remember
mad
that,
weird.
okay?
She just took like a selfie of her crying with the deer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oh. Jeez, that's also gruesome.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I think I got 6 people left.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That looks like a real photo. Andrew, if you're still watching, remember the war photographer?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to open that way. Just imagine having to go to your room every night and like go through all these hallways and stuff.
Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh whoa, it's following him. Ghost duck. MMA battle with the duck.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
I see Andrew.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
They do say babies have that sixth sense. Could be it. Oh, they're following me.
Lost in his imagination.
This is cool. I like this one. We gotta flip him over. There we go. Dude, I like this. This is fun. I gotta get over there. There we go. Yeah, no way a baby's reaching all that.
Well, I worry about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory.
Whoa. Alright, this looks cool.
About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy.
I like this one a lot. This one's really cool. It's just very colorful and a nice change.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Alright, I'm getting there. Why do they have
I
lockers?
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
This is neat.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now we're down to husband and wife. Make him cry.
This kite's going. Oh, what?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But
She
Gus
goes to the
declined,
tent.
and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Gus is edgy. So I had a mohawk too.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to drag the kite through there, so they destroyed the tent. There we go.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Who's that standing up there? Oh, it did crash in the tent. Jinkies.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Who's she? I still haven't figured that out. They sealed that door shut. Greg, be a baby. Be a baby. They put these kids on a regime. Jump rope 100 times, jumping jack, so 150, wow, 150. 100 push-ups, 100 crunches. These kids are young. Raise flag 7:30, breakfast 8, quiet time 11. What about quiet time entailed? Being a baby, maybe.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the
These
time,
kids had to have been
it was as
fit.
far away as she could get.
You need a rock wall to, like, get to your bed. If you break your leg or something. Oh, so her mom's name is Dawn.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after
So-
graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
So I guess both of them passed away? Her father
When my
and
dad died,
Edith?
I don't
Yeah,
think Mom knew
there
where
it
else
is.
to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Why did it push me this way?
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
So they never wanted to repurpose any
Things
rooms.
were good. Almost normal.
They had a school here too. Lewis plus Lewis rules.
But it didn't last.
Man, just imagine growing up in a house like this.
The
Oh,
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
with the people.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
These are nice. Wasn't he really young? Like 10 or something, or 11? So I think the end goal is the upper reaches of the house.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
This reminds me of Unfinished Swan. I wonder how you make a flip book in 3D animation. That's meta. Flip book within a flip book.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh, so he was much older, just kidding.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Okay. So that's what happens.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
That's why the house keeps getting bigger. They just can't, like, get rid of anything.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Now this is cool. Having a bedroom in a boat like that? That's wild.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
It's alright, I'm bad at games too.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, okay.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
cloud up.
Wander.
Oh, whoa.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
This is tough.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Wait, this is like a really good representation of just a clouded mind. Okay, I gotta keep going.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
See, now this is becoming like muscle memory. So, well, that's a bad example, but I'm able to like focus on it more, which is a good representation of like
But he found something more.
just his monotonous life. Like he's so used to just doing this motions that he just is able to multitask and daydream.
I worried about
That's
him then.
cool.
Daydreaming at the cannery.
Alright, now it's getting hard.
I spoke with his boss.
So he's getting more like
But he said Lewis had
focused.
become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Yeah, well, he's
Like
just
a
doing
whole
the
new
same day-to-day
Lewis.
thing.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh. Just run into the
On the edge of
dog.
a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was
Sorry, I'm
always
not-
humming something.
Sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm like very focused right now.
His imagination grew stronger.
This part's very enticing. He's the Fish King.
He no longer spoke at the cannon. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
They're like, King Louis, why are you walking in circles? I'm like,
Election for mayor,
dude, I don't even know where I'm going.
and he won.
It's like Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a...
We'll go with Queen.
handsome queen.
Determine our destiny.
The queen was on her own quest for... sinister serpents.
Ooh, this is cool. This is so cool. Let's choose your own adventure. Now it's giving me obstacles too to get there.
He followed the sound of her
electric sitar sounds cooler. Switch the last second.
electric sitar.
Some like Beatles stuff. George Harrison playing that.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh. They're stacking me up here.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
I'm getting some frame rate drops here, but no big deal.
The real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
So now am I the girl again? Oh no, I'm still Lewis.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Ooh, behead himself.
And the rest I think you know.
Jeez.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
All right, before we go into the last, I think 1 or 2, I'm going to just pause real quick, take a quick break. Okay, we're back in business now. Okay, gotta exit that way. Man, it is pretty cool living in a boat, though. I still think so. So we're almost at the top of the house now.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
There's too much, like, trauma in this house, of course. I think anyone would want to leave. Change up life a little bit. The whole family has lived here forever.
Mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, up the stairs.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is this her room? Oh yeah, guess so. Man, she was at the top of the house. Damn, here we go.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So her name is Edith. She was named after Edie.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
I kind of had a feeling
When
that
my
that
mom
was the
said
case.
The library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
But I
Or
didn't.
that Edie had a key to it.
I wasn't 1,000% sure.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Oh, wait. What?
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here? It's mine. Edith! Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
That's really sad.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Oh, that's cool. I'm controlling this.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
That's crazy.
Until I found out about you.
Whoa, wait, what?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
So is the play...
This journal
Well,
was
I guess
supposed to
me.
be for you.
Oh, no, she's talking to Edith. Jeez, I was like, am I a Finch?
Now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now...
Oh, this is to her
things didn't
baby.
work out that way.
Oh, okay.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, wow. So then he went on the same journey that she did, I'm guessing. Or she moved back to the house when he was born? So they never uncovered their family curse. I like this credit sequence. This is cool. I need to look more into the ending. I feel like I'm missing something, but it was a cool game. It was really cool. Like I like okay, so this is the end. I love the way that everything how everything played out, the different mini games and immersive stories and everything. I thought that was super cool. And then the way the words would flow across the screen, like there were no cutscenes per se. Everything was playable for the most part. It reminded me like a lot of I think I said like Life is Strange. That series, at least in the way of the art style, it reminded me a lot of Unfinished Swan 2, just the way it was like a storybook and the way you would walk through this story. I miss playing games like this. I played these kind of a lot when I first got my PlayStation. Yeah, there's a lot of value in them. The only problem is like you're paying $20 for, this was a 2-hour playthrough. Like I just played this on a live stream. Like it's sometimes a lot of money. So the fact that this was free for the month of May I'm super stoked that I finally have it. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, like this is usually ranked as, oh, that's cool. I just got a trophy that was based on one of the artists that they just scrolled by. But anyway, like the fact that this was free was the perfect opportunity to play this game. Yeah, the setting was really neat. The art style I loved. I definitely have to read more up on it. I'm gonna read like an explanation real quick just to see if I can get anything. I feel like I put the pieces together, but I just need someone to confirm it, you know. It makes you think, though. It's definitely a thinking game. There was the whole time you're trying to put the pieces together of this family, much like Edith was the whole time, and I guess ultimately her son is going to do in the future too. Let me see if there's something really quick that I could read. The ending, okay. First hears about pregnancy. She's like, oh, does he believe in the curse? So the curse definitely followed them throughout. They had this family curse where everyone died like suspiciously or died in some kind of weird way, and that curse continued since Odin, who was the founder of this house, I guess like bestowed this curse upon them. Okay. So, Edie wanted Edith to basically pass on the knowledge of this curse to the rest of her family, so it became her responsibility to write this journal. So she goes through, writes this journal, revisits the house. Image fade. So she died during childbirth. She was only 18, wow. And the son, is the last remaining member of the Finch family. So I wonder what happened to the father of the son. I suppose he may have died in the Finch curse too, maybe, but so they worked on that for 5 years. Wow. That was really cool. I think my favorite one was the my favorite story was the fish factory one. I think that was cool. Splitting up your mind into focusing on, the left side of the screen, this story of the prince, I forget which character was it? Oh, Lewis, Prince Lewis, and he's going through this journey that starts as 2D and then higher screen, but all the while using your left hand or your right hand to move these fish and do your daily. Just get used to it after a while you're still living out the story of a prince, and you're choosing kind of the destiny of it. I thought that was so cool. I'd say my second ranked one was probably Gregory's. That was just creative and it was cute. It's a good way to break up the story of like this harsh. A lot of them ended pretty gruesome, especially Barbara's. Barbara's was cool. You played through a comic book. And ultimately she dies by these monsters, and then Walter goes into hiding because it's traumatic for him, but he gets killed by a train that he didn't know was outside the whole time. So yeah, I thought Gregory's was really cute. An interesting story. But yeah, that was my playthrough of it. If you watched, thanks for coming along, and if you're watching this in the future, thanks for viewing. And that was What Remains of Edith Finch. So yeah, see you later.